Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to talk about a piece of software that, a lot of us actually have, but very few of us really get. I'm talking about Microsoft Access. So is it some relic from the past, or is it actually a powerful tool that's just been hiding in plain sight? Okay, let's just start with a really cool idea. What if you, yes you, could build an application that's perfectly tailored to your business or your hobby or really any specific problem you're trying to solve? And get this, what if you could do all of that without being some genius programmer, without writing a single line of code, using a tool that, hey, might already be on your computer right now? Now, this isn't just a pipe dream. As one developer put it, when asked if you can build powerful software and Access without code, their answer was a straight-up yes, because that's exactly what this thing was designed to do. All right, so let's dive into this by looking at a problem that, let's be honest, we all face in some way. Just managing information. Doesn't matter if it's for a small business, a school, or even a personal project. Keeping track of data can get, well, really messy really fast. So just picture a school trying to manage, say, 2,000 students with an old school paper register. Yikes. Finding one student's details could take forever. A single mistake could cause total chaos. And what happens if that register gets lost or, I don't know, a coffee gets spilled on it? All that data is just gone. But with a database like Access, whoa, the game completely changes. Hours turn into seconds, and all that chaos turns into perfect order. So what is this magic tool that solves the whole paper register nightmare? Let's break it down. Okay, at its heart, Microsoft Access is what's called a DBMS, a database management system. Just think of it like this. It's a piece of software that's an expert at handling information. It knows exactly how to store it, organize it, and then let you pull it back out in all sorts of useful ways. Now, the world of databases is absolutely huge, right? You've got the giants like Oracle and SQL Server that run massive companies. And then you have cloud stuff like AWS and Azure for huge web apps. So where does Access fit in? Well, it has its own special sweet spot. It's built for you, for me, for individuals, small businesses, and small teams. It's the powerful, easy-to-get-to database that often just comes with Microsoft Office. But wait a minute. If it's so handy, why do so many people just ignore it? Before we get into the fun stuff, how it works, we really need to talk about the elephant in the room. A lot of people hear Microsoft Access and they just immediately picture clunky, outdated tech from the 90s. But is that the whole story? Or are they maybe missing something really important? And look, to be fair, the critics do have a point. Access isn't built to handle millions of people using it at the same time. And yeah, it can start to slow down with truly gigantic sets of data. It's definitely a desktop tool in a world that's all about the web. However, and this is so important, for the right job, for the right kind of problem, Access is described as a hidden productivity booster. It's not trying to be Oracle. It's all about solving those small to medium-sized problems and doing it incredibly well. So if you've got the right job for it, how does it actually work? I mean, how do you go from just a blank screen to a totally custom app? Well, it all comes down to 4 core building blocks. Pretty much any application you build in Access, whether it's for tracking inventory or customer orders, whatever, it's going to be made from these 4 parts. And they all work together to bring your data to life. First up, you've got tables. This is the foundation, right? It's where all of your raw data actually lives. It's all organized neatly into rows and columns, kind of like a set of interconnected, really smart spreadsheets. Next, we have queries, and this is where the magic really starts to happen. A query is like a super skilled detective you send into your data. You can ask it really specific questions, like, hey, show me all the students who haven't paid their fees yet, or list every product we have with less than 10 in stock. Then you've got forms. This is basically the front door to your application. Instead of making someone type data into a boring old table, a form gives you this clean, professional-looking screen with buttons and drop-down menus, all the good stuff. It makes putting data in super easy and intuitive for anybody. And finally, reports. This is your data's storyteller. Reports take all that information you just found with your queries and dress it up in a polished, professional document. We're talking printable invoices, monthly sales charts, customer contact sheets, you name it. So what happens when you put all 4 of those building blocks together? Well, that's when your data gets supercharged. That's when you go from just storing information to actually solving a real-world problem. And this is best shown with a real story. So, one developer talked about a friend who was just drowning in purchase orders, trying to make these comparative charts by hand. It was a total mess, took forever. So, what did the developer do? He built a simple custom access app. And just like that, it automated the entire process, saving his friend hours and hours of work every single week. And that story just perfectly illustrates the big takeaway here for you. See, Access isn't about building the next Instagram. It's about empowerment. It gives you the power to solve your own unique problems without needing to hire a programmer. And you can do it with a tool you probably already own. You can create something that looks professional, keeps your data safe, and finally gets everything organized. So that really just leaves us with one final thought. Think about all the spreadsheets, the sticky notes, the manual stuff you have to do at work or in your life. What's that one data problem you're dealing with right now that's just waiting for you to build its own custom solution?